this to me
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, you played this game quite a
Used to
bit,
play this a lot.
and I
Hey, I'm Marcus Calvert, author of Murder Sauce and Other Refinements, and I just watched Dice Squad.
What's going on? This is Dice Squad. I am Marshall Dice, also known as Adam Campbell.
Todd Evangelista, General Dice.
And this is Dice Squad, the only show that we're talking about today.
We're talking about Tyrants of the Underdark. And this was designed by three guys.
Yes. Produced by Wizards
Rodney
of the Coast.
Thompson,
Yeah.
Peter Veems,
Your two.
and something Lee.
Oh, see, now he's going to like,
I'm-
unsubscribe.
Those may be the members of New Order, but I'm not sure. Okay, so here we go.
This is a Dungeons and Dragons game. Are you
That's
correct?
right.
Now,
This
wait a minute,
is produced
General.
by Hasborg and Wizards of the Coast.
Now, wait a minute there, General.
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons, isn't that a role-playing game?
It is, and it has a vast world called the Forgotten Realms to draw from. So in this game, you play the Drow. How do you pronounce it? That's right, Drow, not Dro. Okay.
I think I was quizzed on that in Origins last year.
Yes, and they use saps. Drows.
I think Director Dice and I,
sap.
we were trapped in a room and we had to pronounce it the drow.
Yes. In any case, yeah, they'll kill you if you pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, you're telling us.
So the Drow are trying to become masters of the Underdark. Now, most of the cities they do control, but you play a faction. I am currently playing Barrasan del Armgo.
And I am Ex-Lord Sorlin.
Lauren. We'll just call you Laura. In any case,
Don't call me Shirley.
We have you're the black figures, and they give you shields to represent your soldiers, because even though they have 1,000,000 molds, they decided to give you shields. And then you get a spy. You get 5 spies to mess things up. Now, what we did was we started with you have a board, and this game plays 2 to 4 players. We're playing 2 players, so we're only using the middle of the board. If we had 3 players, we would choose either side. 4 players use the whole board. Now, we start with unaligned faction Drow on the board. Those are the white pieces.
They aren't with any of our armies. They're kind of like, we're
No.
just hanging here, chilling.
But we can what's called supplant them, and that is if we have our guy next to them, we can supplant them and convert them to our faction.
Yes.
All right.
Now, we also have a marketplace.
Right. Now this game is area control, which we've explained on the board, and we have combined with the deck building.
Correct.
So let's continue with the area control. Area control, you're going to get the end result as you want as many victory points as possible. The person with the most victory points is the winner. And I have seen this game swing wildly. Like the guy who was way out in the lead ended up last. In any case, there are cities on the board, and these cities actually correspond to areas in Forgotten Realms. So most people will recognize Skullport, which is the evil port underneath Waterdeep. But Gracklestug, and these places are all described in the rulebook. So
And they're all a
very
part
nice.
of Dungeons and Dragons lore, correct?
Right. Because they were all in the novels of Drist and what have you. But Menzoberranzan.
Now, General, there will be a spelling test after this episode.
Menzoberranzan is the city that is the capital of the Drow. But they also have big cities, and when you what you want to do is you want to take control of a city.
Okay.
So, if you have more of your troops in a city, you have control of that, and that gives you the number next to the city on the board. So if you take over Mantle Dareth, which is a port, again, where they sell things and supplies, whatnot, that will give you 4 victory points. If you kill all the rest of the people in their port and get every spot filled with your own guys, you get total control, and that will give you 2 extra victory points for each city you do that in the game. However, if you can take over Menzo Barazan, you have one extra purchasing influence to buy cards. But if you have total control, you not only get that one extra buying point, you also get 2 victory points every single turn. If you do it to the city of the fungus,
What's the name?
Aromachios. I don't know, it's all Greek to me. But this one will give you 3 victory points a turn, and
It's a good thing we're taking that pop quiz after this, right?
Yeah, 1 victory point for that one down there. And to have control, you can't have anybody else in there. So one of the strategies is to buy a card that allows you to place a spy, so that when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm going to get some victory points this turn," you place a spy in their town, and they have to expel them. And if they don't expel them, you have presence in that town, and you can start to assassinate their guys and place your own. So this is a great way to branch out from your original space. So that is the area control part of the game. Now let's talk about the deck building part. The deck building part, you have soldiers and you have nobles.
When you start.
The soldiers give you shields. 1 shield, place one of your shields out on the board. And if you have 3 shields, you can assassinate another troop.
Now, General, when we are placing shields on the board, if I'm correct here, we can't just go and place them anywhere on the board. They have to start at one area you're controlling. It's kind of like...
Yes, we picked an area. I picked Skullport. You picked the Chasm Leap Bridge, and then you branch out from there. You can only place shields where you have presence.
So I couldn't go over here because I have no troops. It's
You'd
a lot
have
like
to build to it.
It's a lot like regular war. You
Right.
just can't deploy troops anywhere. You need to have a front
Right.
and move from that front.
However, like I said, if you placed a spy in Menzo Baranazan, you could start to build troops there.
That was good. You got that one right.
I'm getting it. I'm turning into a drow. In any case, you can build out from a central place, or you can use your spies to jump to a different place.
Now, also, General...
And wait, we forgot one thing.
Of
When you
course.
kill one of these troops, or if I kill one of your troops, you put it in your trophy hall, and that's worth a victory point at the end of the game too, each one that you have. And some cards are fueled by how many trophies you have.
Correct. And also, with our nobles, we can use those. It's a lot like gold.
Right.
To buy other cards that give certain powers to our deck when we draw
Right.
them.
So the nobles give you spider webs, which are called influence. Use those influence to buy these new cards. So this is a mercenary squad, and for 3 influence, I can put it in my discard pile so that the next time I shuffle, it could come up into my hand. And then each card will do something a little different. This one deploys 3 troops.
So instead of your normal, however many troops you draw from your hand, you play that, you're now allowed to deploy 3 extra.
3 extra. But remember, you can't use them to assassinate to make space.
Correct.
You have to just deploy troops.
Correct.
Next is we should talk about each card at the top right has a cost, but at the bottom it has a value. On the bottom right, it has a rectangle, and this one is worth 1 victory point at the end of the game if it is in your deck. But there are cards in the marketplace which allow you to promote this from your hand to your inner circle. And when these 3 mercenaries are promoted to your inner circle, they are now worth 4 victory points.
Interesting.
And that is the key to the game, is you can win with area control, or you can win by managing your deck. So, for instance, your starting cards, your nobles and your soldiers, are worth 0 when they're in your deck. You want them to be worth 1 and out of your deck, giving you rather mediocre benefits, and into your inner circle where you can use them for victory points.
Interesting.
All right.
So then let's play a few rounds here for our viewers.
Okay, we're going to bring the camera in.
All right, ready? Oh, it's been a while. You remember how to do it?
No.
No? All right, let's try. Ready? Ready?
Bring the camera in, I say.
Oh, my hand hurts. Oh, it's been too long. Oh.
Okay, so now.
That Monopoly game really took it out of me. All right.
All right, so here we go. My turn. I have, as the viewers at home have seen, 4 nobles and 1 soldier. Now, my 1 soldier I'm going to place right here, so that way if I get some assassination of white characters, I can start assassinating.
Now, even though that I have the majority here, because you have this red space, you can continue advancing. Because you have if you didn't have that there, General, you couldn't advance, correct?
Right, and not only that, if I kill this guy and I cannot place another red character there, I can't get into here because I wouldn't have presence. See, if this guy's gone, I only have presence to there, not into there.
Got it.
So I definitely want to get into the Fungus City. It's worth a lot of points. I'm going to try for it. I'll see if it happens. But more importantly, I got 4 buying power, and I like the Dragon Claw. So the Dragon Claw allows me to assassinate a troop. Then if you have 5 or more player troops in your trophy hall, gain 2 more soldiers. He's good. He's a spy placer. I like that. But I think I'm going to go with the Dragon Claw.
Okay.
All right, replace him.
Replace them.
Okay. And you're up.
And so then you discard your hand, then you draw back
And
up
I
to 5.
draw back up to 5. You know, let's show him that, because I have 4 cards in my pile. So now I'm going to shuffle and pick 1 to replace it.
All right, so while you're doing that, I'm going to take my turn now. So I have 3 nobles. That gives me 3 buying power for the marketplace. I have my Master of Melee Magathair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That I get to choose one. I get to deploy either 4 troops, or I can supplement a white troop anywhere on the board, which is nice because, like before we talked about, I can then place a troop anywhere on the board. I can start fresh anywhere.
Right. So probably there, that guy you might want to supplant, not supplement.
Supplant.
Okay. Or here, if you supplant 1 person there, you'll take over Gracklestone.
Correct. And so
That'll
I'm going to
work.
do that, and I'm going to take over. I'm sorry. How that?
Gracklestone.
Gracklestone. Yes. And I'll take that and put it in my trophy hall. But I also have an Inquisitor.
Oh no. Here it goes.
If you know your Star Wars lore, Inquisitors,
Right.
they like to kill. I can assassinate a troop.
Or 2 victories.
Or
2
two-
buying power.
2 buying power. Well, I see that you're trying to get into that Mushroom City there, General. Can I assassinate your troop there?
Yep.
So I'm going to assassinate him.
He goes into your trophy hall.
And I have 3 buying power. I'm going to buy that mercenary squad you've been talking about.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Good guys.
Good guys.
Larry, Curly, and Mo, good guys.
Unfortunately, let's see. Okay, I got a soldier. So I'm going to do my soldier. And then I'm going to supplant a white troop. So I'm getting into the city here. And this guy comes into me. So that is my advanced scout and my soldier. I have a dragon cultist. And I have a blackguard. I can assassinate a troop, and I can put 2 shields. So I'm assassinate this guy. I'm going to plant him there, and I'm going to plant him over there, thus taking that over. And then, so that's those two. I don't have much buying power. I only have one buying power. Is there a kobold out there? Nope, nothing. So
All
I
right.
can't use my webs, people.
All right, so my turn. So I've drawn 4 nobles and a black wormling. Got that right.
Yep.
I have, because my black wormling gives me 2 power, so I have 5 buying power. So I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy the information broker, where I can place a spy.
Yes. Yeah.
And I get to assassinate a white troop. So I'm
Okay.
going to assassinate this guy.
That guy. Put him in your trophy.
Didn't even see it coming. He just tapped him on the shoulder and just went BAM!
All right.
All right, let's do one more turn, then we'll talk about our final thoughts in this game.
Okay. So I have 2 buying power, so I'm going to buy a Priestess of Lolth. She's a pity card. And
Because I drew 4 cards, I have to shuffle my deck again.
so I am going to assassinate a troop of yours,
What?
and I'm going to assassinate a troop of
I will not stand for this. My people will not stand for this, General.
those guys. And so I don't have that. And I have 1 soldier, so I guess I'm going to go for here. All right, that's it for me.
Well, a good thing I have 3 soldiers here, so I'm going to put my soldier back on the front lines.
Okay. I thought you were going to use it to assassinate, but okay.
Well, no, because I have some fun here. So I have my Master of Sorcery. I get to either place 2 spies or return 1 of my spies. So my spy
Goes in there.
goes
Good.
in there.
Good.
And I have 1 buying power, which gets
Don't
me...
you have to place 2 spies?
I'm sorry, you are correct, General. Place 2 spies. So I will place
Yeah.
a spy
because
right
then
there.
you can spread out into there.
Yes.
You got 2 more. You got 2 more soldiers, right?
No, I only had 3. And now I have 1 noble, so I can't...
No, 3. You put out 1.
Oh, that's right.
So you got 2 more to place.
Thank you there, General.
So you can place them in there.
So I will move my front over...
No. You don't want to do that because you already have presence in here with this spy. So, So just go for it because any guy who's on the path is ultimately wasted as far as points go.
Got it. Good call there, General.
And also, if you were going to do that, you'd want to go through here so that you would get... See, I'm on my way there, but this one would get... That guy would get you 3 victory points.
Got it.
But ultimately, getting a foothold in Menzo Barazan is better.
Menzo Baranza.
Yeah.
Good call there, General.
That's how they know that they're... That's how they know that you're not a drow. Is if you can't pronounce Menzo Barazan.
So, Tyrants of the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts on this game?
I love it. I did not think it would work to have area control and deck building, but it totally does. We didn't get into too much of the promoting cards into the inner circle, but that can be an excellent way to win, especially in like a 4-player game where you're getting pushed out of cities. Well, boom, I'm just going to go right here and get all my points this way. So I like that there are many paths to victory. I don't think there's one optimal path, so it really depends what comes up in the cards. We also should mention that we're playing with the base set, which is the dragons and the drow.
There's more?
Yes, because there was another module that came out called Out of the Abyss, and that had demons. So you could have demons and drow as your cards.
Demons and drows and dragons. Oh my.
Or there was, I can't remember the last one. Demons. Oh, I know, elementals. So there was Princes of the Apocalypse, which came out, and that had evil elementals. So that can be combined with drow as well. So they went with what was happening in the modules and made the board game to match. So I like that. So, and the only thing I have to ding it for is, why is there not um, an expansion which would allow you to place something at the top and at the bottom so you can play up to 6 players?
Well, to me, because this game to me is a lot like Risk,
Mm-hmm.
another classic board game from the old days. But with Risk was always
D&D Risk, yeah.
Risk was always like it took forever. With this seems more fast-paced.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Star Realms because you have the buying power,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very just cut and dry. There's no I'm attacking you, roll the dice, see who wins.
Right.
It's more of if I have more territory, you ain't gonna fly.
Right, right. And also, if there's a fight going on over here, you can also spread out into different areas where there's not a fight.
Correct.
So you can, all right, you got those 3 points, but I can get 3 points down there, 3 points down there, and even up the score. So I like that. I like that, like Blingden Stone. There's a labyrinth around here somewhere. I can't remember, but all the places have a history. So I like that. I like that it goes with Dungeons
And the
Dragons.
artwork is real nice too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I think the game pops on the table. So, out of rating from 1 to 10,
With 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. General, how would you rate this game?
golly, I've been trying to think. I think I would definitely rate it an 8, but I think a expansion could push it up for me. Now there is an expansion to it, but it only gave you different cards. It just gave you more options for the 4-player game. But you know how it is. A lot of times we have 5, 6 people at our game night, and if they could just go as an option to that, then I'd be much more likely to pull this game out.
Gotcha. For me, because this game not only incorporates Star Realms, another favorite game of mine,
Mm-hmm.
territory combat, because we are a
Yeah.
military faction here, all about the conquest here. I'd have to agree with you and give this a nice 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I really like it. If you are a D&D player, but maybe not a board gamer, this might be a better place to start for you than, say, Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep, an excellent game, but this one is much more straightforward and intuitive. And I think a lot of people these days know deck building.
Yes.
They know how a game functions from Dominion, from Star Realms, from
Pokemon,
all the different ones.
all the collectible-
Pokemon is a different kind of deck builder. Same thing with Red Dragon Inn.
Red Dragon Inn.
But see, those two are different kinds of deck builders. In that Pokemon, you set up a deck before you play.
This one, you're building your deck as you go.
Build your deck as you go. And if you don't like that, well, then don't play it.
So, this is Tyrants of the Underdark. Be sure to go check it out at your local game store.
And we'll put this in there. It's designed by Peter Lee, Rodney Thompson, and Drew Bean. I was so close.
Good job there, General.
All right.
But thank you guys for watching. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out our Facebook page. We also have a Facebook discussion page called the Dice Squad Soldiers. Go sure to join over there and become a member. We got to get out of here. We
Yes.
have more games to cover because we got to get back in.
I gotta go play D&D.
That's right. You had that today. But from all of us here at Dice Squad, this is Marshall Dice, also known as Adam Campbell.
And I just want to quickly add up the points. Yeah, I won. And this is General Dice, Todd Evangelista, the winner of this game.
And we'll see you guys later.